Hey everyone, and welcome to this new video. In this video, I would like to talk to you about light switches. Don't worry, it won't be that boring. Rather, I would say it will be very interesting for all those who use or want to use Zigbee, Thread, or similar devices in their smart home. More on that after the intro. Enjoy. It concerns the well-known problem that many of you, especially those with Zigbee, will surely be familiar with. It is 90% reliable, but then there are still the 10% of cases where something goes wrong. Whether your Raspberry Pi is not functioning properly, you have issues with Home Assistant, or you haven't built an automation correctly. Sometimes it just happens that for some reason my lamp briefly disconnects from your Zigbee network and is no longer reachable. In any case, all of this ultimately results in your lights not functioning properly anymore. And that is, of course, the worst case scenario that can actually happen. That's why I know many people who use Zigbee only as a secondary network to control lighting effects, brightness, and so on, while still using KNX, for example, to handle the simple on and off switching of lights. And that's where this product comes into play. This is from EVVR. I have never heard of the brand, but I actually found the idea quite cool. It consists of two modules. One is placed under the light switch and the other under the lamp. But before we take a look at any box here, I would say I'll show you the whole thing briefly. So here we have it. As you can see, this is what my test setup looks like. Here we have a regular light switch and on the other hand a Zigbee lamp, which I can also turn on and off normally with the light switch. As you can already see, turning it on and off works just fine. And whether you believe it or not, the Zigbee lamp is currently not connected to a single device. This means it could just as easily be a completely normal dumb LED lamp. Even this would work normally through this system. The cool thing is that, just like with the Zigbee bursts, the circuit is still intact. This means that in the end, a relay simply turns the bulb on inside here. The device likely communicates through pulse width modulation. This means that it briefly turns the power on and off very quickly in succession, allowing the relay inside to determine whether it should currently be off or on. Regardless of whether Zigbee is accessible, whether your Wi-Fi is on, whether the internet is on, and so on. So it always works through this light switch. Nevertheless, you have the option to connect everything to your home network and essentially allow the simple on and off switching to be managed through your smart home hubs. Of course, in this case, if you simply take a regular LED lamp, you only have the on and off function. However, it is also possible to connect everything in combination with, for example, an RGB bulb. For this, I simply created a small automation in Home Assistant that responds to the relay turning on and then sends a command to the bulb to change its color. The only downside, in my opinion, is that the two control units are relatively large. The nice thing is that this device can also work without a neutral wire. This means, according to the website, it is compatible with all common light switches. And even with the smart home protocol, you have flexibility, because I have installed the Zigbee variant here for testing, but I am currently holding the Apple HomeKit variant, as you can already see. I think it's definitely a super cool option in conjunction with smart bulbs or maybe even as a beginner device for smart homes. So if you have a lot of bulbs and don't want to replace them all with smart bulbs, this would be a good way to make those seemingly dumb bulbs smart after all. I will definitely put the link in the description below, and I've also heard that some new products are coming to the market soon, which I might take a look at. If you're interested, feel free to write in the comments and maybe there will be another video where I include these products or the following ones. And for now, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe even found it helpful. If so, I would really appreciate a rating, and then I would say see you again next week. Until then, take care and goodbye.